So
Oh
it's hot.
man.
We're hot. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hitting the play button. Please comment below. It means a lot on anything you feel like commenting on during this video. And hit the like button. It means a lot. It helps us through the algorithm. And hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. Because if you don't hit the bell, you won't get notified when we go live on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. And this is the First Inning Radio Show, and I'm the BX Bomber 2011. You can follow me on all social media. And today I'm alone with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello. Good afternoon, the X Bomber. And we are on Good Friday, so happy Easter to all the people celebrating. And you did a fantastic job yesterday with your blog, going around and showing the sights and sounds of opening day at Yankee Stadium. You did a fantastic job with that
Yeah.
and got quite a few views. So the Yankees opening day was a disappointment as the Yankees had a lack of situational hitting and had opportunities to win the game. And it turned out that Gary Sanchez was the offense for the Yankees yesterday, hitting a two-run homer. And they had a lack of situational hitting as John Carlos Stanton struck out 3 times, went 0 for 5. And Aaron Judge hit into a double play in a crucial situation with the bases loaded, and also struck out at the end of towards the end of the game to where the Yankees had a chance to score the winning run. So there was a lack of situational hitting, and there was a disappointment. Cole was good. Cole pitched 5 and 2/3 innings. He did give up a home run to Teoscar Hernandez, tied the game at 2-2. And then the Blue Jays won in extra innings when Randall Grichuk hit a double and scoring a run from second base because they are doing the extra innings with a man on second, and the Yankees could not recover from that. Merriweather really struck out the Yankees in the ninth inning, and that was it. So it was a bit of a disappointment for opening day for the Yankees.
Yeah, it sure was, man. We gotta go over some thing. Hey, shout out to the Pope of Sports and Entertainment and Henry. They're on the check-in, and we're gonna get a lot to what the Pope is saying through the chats right now. But hey, and sorry for your teeth getting fixed, man. It's a good thing that it happened, and now you're gonna be looking like a handsome guy now with great teeth, hopefully.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he looked like he
Just
had teeth surgery there. So
yes,
hopefully he's feeling better and everything. What I mean? But yeah,
right.
okay. So one thing that I saw, okay, Gabriel Torres, he missed that ground ball through the infield,
Yes,
and that's how they scored a run, I believe, 1 run or
yeah.
tied it or something like that. And the big main thing was Aaron Judge missing that land drive on the 10th inning. And
Right.
that ball went over his head. That's what really blew the game. Also, what blew the game was Mike Tachman running at third base. You know, at that time, what was it? The bottom of the ninth? Was it the bottom of the ninth or the bottom of the 10th?
It was on the bottom of the ninth. He made it to third, though.
I forgot what it was, but it was 1 out. They had man on first and third. Tachman was on third from stealing third because he stole third because the catcher dropped the ball and he got over to third base, right?
Oh, you're talking about when he tried to score.
Tachman, yeah, Mike Tachman when he was on third
Right,
base.
right.
That's the only play. That's the only play that's on third base. And
Yeah.
little league rules. Little league rules go as follows: if the ball is hit to your side, if you're a runner and the ball is hit to your side, you do not run. You know, especially in the infield. If it's a ground ball, you don't run, especially with 1
Right.
out. You know what I mean?
He went on contact.
Yeah, because already what Brett Gardner was it Brett Gardner? Brett Gardner was on first base, right? They took
Right.
This guy output Brett Gardner. Brett Gardner was stealing second already when
Yeah.
that hit. When that ground ball happened, Brett Gardner was stealing second already. So they might have not had a chance at a double play. You know.
Yeah.
But but um, that play right there, it came to one out, man on first and third. Okay, you get the ground ball to the third base. He should have stood there. It still would have been one out. I mean, two outs. You know, they still would
Right.
have had a chance to probably get that run in somehow.
Right. That's true. That's true. But also, it was that he tried to score. He went on contact and he tried to score, and it was a dead duck. But also, the Yankees had no situational hitting at all. You know, as I said, Giancarlo Stanton struck out 3 times and went 0 for 5.
Right.
Aaron Judge hit into a double play with the bases loaded when the Yankees could have taken the lead. And also, Aaron Judge struck out in the ninth inning with the winning run. So the Yankees did not capitalize. They were 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position and left 10 men on base. So they had no situational hitting. It did not come through. They had many opportunities. And it's not so much as the Blue Jays beating them as the Yankees beating themselves.
Yeah, they really did beat themselves because, you know, it's the classic case of the Yankees never hitting in scoring position. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always like that, you know, and it's sad that it still goes on.
Yeah. And also you have to consider, remember on the last show I did that the Yankees were very down on offensive categories during the spring training. And it may take them time to get things going. They can often be slow starters. And the spring training offense was not very strong at all. The spring training offense was rather weak, and they were down at the bottom in most categories offensively. And this may be a carryover from spring training.
Yeah, I mean it could be, but I mean at this point in time, you're a Major League Baseball player, man. There is no such thing anymore. You know, back in
Right.
the '80s and '90s, yeah, you could say that. In the early 2000s, you could say that. But now that these guys are playing and getting paid millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? You have to be a Major
Yeah.
League ball player even on opening day, man. You know, you got to show up to the park and play. You know.
Right.
And you
Right.
know, and to me, I think there might be something wrong with Aaron Judge.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, because look how he was swinging. He was swinging late. He was swinging awfully late, and then he misplayed that fly ball up in right field. Man, he should have caught that easily.
Right. Well, remember, Hyun-Jin Ryu has a great changeup, and he kept the Yankees off balance throughout the entire game. I mean, they were swinging late at his 90-mile-per-hour fastball, and he was not going with any set pitching pattern. And he was throwing changeups in all different counts, and he kept them very much off balance. And they were swinging late even at his 90-mile-per-hour fastball.
Yeah, they sure was, man. But you know what? He's not even that great of a pitcher to be looking like that in the first place.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's great, but he's not that great on how he should have been pitching yesterday. The Yankees should have got to him. You know, they should have tried to start fouling balls off, increase his pitch count. You know, because once you increase their pitch count, they're not so great anymore. You know, especially if a pitcher starts getting into the 20 pitch inning, 30 pitch inning. You know what I'm saying? That shoots him. You know,
Right.
and then the next inning, then you get to blast him. You know, and I thought they had it when they brought in Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, yeah, right? It's Michael Phelps. Michael Phillips.
Yes, Michael Phelps was in. Dolis was in. And
that
Merriweather.
dude, Michael Phelps, he's garbage. The guy's garbage, and they couldn't get to him. And they had bases loaded on him and everything, and they still couldn't get it over.
The Yankees just had a bad day offensively. they really could not capitalize on anything, and they were weak hitting. But we do have to say it was great that Gary Sanchez got off to such a very good start and went 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. If anyone needed to go to a good start to start the year, it was Gary Sanchez, especially coming off of the 2020 season where he batted just 147.
Yeah, I mean it's a good start, man. I mean he blasted that ball, man.
Right.
Sanchez, you know, and you know what? I was looking at some I came across catching techniques, right? And what I
Yeah.
found out was what they were teaching Gary Sanchez this spring training. They were teaching Gary Sanchez the new catching standard for catchers in the major leagues.
I see.
It's a one knee type of thing that you see them doing, and they hold the
Right.
glove real low now. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the new catching standard, as you want to say it, that they're teaching all the kids now, and the major leaguers are doing it. Yeah, there's a certain technique for catching. It's that one knee. I can't explain it right now how it looks, but mostly all the catchers are doing it. If you see Gary Sanchez, you're gonna see him with the one knee to the front. You know, it's like offset type of thing, and his glove is hanging real low to the floor. You know, so well maybe that, and I was thinking maybe that might help Gary Sanchez with those pass balls.
I hope so. I hope so. But Gary Sanchez was the lone Yankee that had a good day yesterday, even though Jets did get a hit yesterday. John Carlos Stanton, who was rather strong during spring training and came through spring training healthy and was strong offensively, had a rather bad day offensively on opening day, going 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. And the 10,850 fans, the 20% capacity at Yankee Stadium, let him hear it, as they did give him boos.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's gonna happen. You know
right.
What I mean? It's gonna happen.
Right.
Man. You know, but talk about the fans. I mean, the Yankees were dying to get people to buy all those legend seats up.
Right.
You know, because if you saw the game, the tier reserve was pretty much empty.
Yeah, the grandstand, the upper deck, in your section in the outfield, that was all empty. And also, we don't know how the Yankees had moved fans around, you know, because there were many fans that had tickets to pre-existing games, and there were season ticket holders, and then they were.
I explained that in the ticket one. Anybody who bought a ticket from before the release of these tickets had to return the tickets, had to get their money back.
Right.
They were all refunded their money.
I see.
Yeah, so if you bought a ticket for opening day early, and you had to go refund your ticket because they had to resell the tickets. You understand?
Right.
Under the COVID stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
And you'll even be able to look more into that as if you get to a game in April or two in April, if you want to get in early. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of your vlogs and then getting up there in June and seeing you in June.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till they open up the stadium more, man, because if you saw the game yesterday, nobody was wearing a mask.
Yeah, a lot of people did have them down. I noticed that.
A lot of people didn't have the mask on, man, and that's way too crowded. I mean, if you saw on the live screen, it was way too crowded on them sidewalks.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? It's way too crowded on them sidewalks to feel like there's no COVID going around. You know what I mean?
Right.
And inside the stadium, they weren't taking no precautions on moving people around, like you know, the tickets and actually people moving around. They didn't do nothing. It's just a normal game, man.
Yeah.
You know, everything else is bullcrap. They just want to see the COVID test or the vaccine card, man. And it's business as usual once you walk in through the door.
Right, it appears to be. But, you know, I tend to think that the masks even though they might do a little something, I think they're overrated. And I think that the masks are more cosmetic than anything else. Because, as I said, the COVID-19, the virus is aerosolic. And the masks have microscopic pores in them. And the microscopic pores, if you look under a microscope, you could see they're like pores. And the aerosolic virus can pass right through the mask. And what they will stop is large droplets. But the larger droplets usually carry dead virus in them. The smaller viruses, the smaller droplets, the microscopic aerosolic air is what carries the live virus. So it really is a case of trying to stop mosquitoes by putting up a chain link fence. Do you follow what I'm saying? And I think that it does not really stop the transmission as much as people would have you think.
No, absolutely. I hear. Wait, let me pause this. I had a double playing in the background. That's a misconception right there. To have a mask does actually work. Because if there's two people wearing a mask in the same room, the virus will not be floating in the air or anything like that. Now, it's more dangerous for you if you're wearing a mask and a person is not wearing a mask. And if you're talking to a person that is not wearing a mask and you are, they can spit on you, or those little particles, like you said, can get in through your mask. So that's why it's important for both people to wear a mask. So if that person is talking, that will stop through their mask, and it'll be less effective in through getting through your mask. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very.
What is that? What the mask does is it does not stop the smaller aerosolic particles. What it stops is the large droplets. But the large droplets tend to have dead virus in the larger droplets. The smaller aerosolic particles carry the live virus, and they pass all the way right through that. 97% of the aerosolic virus gets right through that mask.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility, yes, but if two people are wearing a mask in the same room, that is not going to happen. It's a fact. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen if there's multiple people in a room with no mask and you're the only one wearing a mask. You're eventually going to breathe the same air as them. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. There's no escaping breathing in the same air as a person in the same room. That's a fact.
No.
You can't unless you have a whole filtration mask, like the painters have, that it has a filter and everything, But other than that, in a room, you have no choice but to breathe in that air. But wearing a mask will prevent you from catching something. It might not be 100% effective, but it's better than wearing no mask, because with no mask you have no protection, zero protection at all from catching something. You know what I mean? At least with the mask you do. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll be wearing them. I'm very big on them, but I'll be wearing them. And
the right way. Hold on. The right way to wear a mask is you're supposed to wear two masks. That's the proper way to do it. Now you need the medical mask that everybody wears, that is blue, and it has the white top to it, the white and bottom thing, and then the blue mask, the blue medical mask. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Now you need to have that, because that mask, right, is the super preventer of those molecules coming out of your mouth, because that hospital mask, those actually catch those particles that come out of your mouth, the medical one. Now, if you wear a normal mask, one that you buy in the street that somebody made up, right, those particles go through those masks. You understand? Eventually, because your breath is breathing in and out through that material.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So eventually that material becomes wet from your mouth saliva, and those are the particles that come out the mask when you're breathing in and out. So that is where you can have some type of contraction there. But with the medical mask, that is very important. Those really actually stop those particles. So it's important to wear two masks. The medical one and then the normal one that you buy in the street on top of that. That's the right way of wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. No,
Yeah, I think that the whole COVID-19. I'm not saying that nothing's going on. You know, there is a virus. I just think it's a bit overhyped, and I think it's they're trying to make people frightened all the time, and I don't think it's as dangerous as it's being hyped up to be.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, man. I still don't know. Well, I know people who died from COVID, so it is real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
how deadly is it? I don't know. There's plenty of people that I know that are in the street. A whole lot of crackheads that live on 125th Street and all that through the whole pandemic, and they still around. They still ain't died.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the homeless population hasn't been affected at all.
You know what I mean? Not that we know of. Not that
Right.
we know of. They could have been sick and got through it, or survived it. We don't know that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that thing, I think it was planted. The virus had to have been planted, man, because it was too deadly in the beginning to kill thousands and thousands of people daily, And now they're opening up all these restaurants and Yankee stadiums and all this stuff, and now nobody's catching it, while the pandemic, while the numbers of the pandemic is going down. It's very odd.
It's also how they classify. There's different types of ratings for tests, and they do different types of ratings for tests. And if you hit a certain number, they would classify you as having COVID, even if it's asymptomatic. And they have lowered those ratings, and now they are not being registered as being positive COVID tests. It's a matter of how they do the testing. It is a matter of how they qualify the deaths, such as, many people have comorbidities. The overwhelming majority of the deaths came from the elderly, from the older people. Children really have virtually no chance of getting sick. Children have virtually no chance of getting sick whatsoever.
No, they are getting sick. That's false. They are getting sick. They do get COVID. They do get COVID. I work in a school. There's kids that get sick from COVID every week, Roger.
Okay.
There's 1 or 2 kids every week. In my district alone, I would say there's at least 10 to 20 children that test positive for COVID every week.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're talking about from pre-K all the way to middle school, because high school is not back yet. So they're all testing positive. And what's happening is their parents are hanging around, doing whatever what they doing, wearing no mask. They getting the virus and giving it to their kids, and the kids is giving it out to people.
Wow, I see. But I'll be wearing, I'm up seeing you in June. I'll be wearing the mask. Don't worry about that. And I follow the protocols, and I wear them whenever I'm in a place of business, or I don't wear them when I'm outside, really. But, if I'm around a lot of people, I have it on.
Yeah, no, you don't need to wear it all the time. Like me, myself, I don't wear a mask all the time.
Right.
Like when I'm in the street and there's nobody around, I don't have my mask on. But when I get around people or I pass, or if I'm passing somebody, I put it on. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to.
I was wondering, do you have to wear it all 8 hours that you're at work?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I wear it all day.
Wow, I think that's a bit unhealthy, wearing it for 8 hours straight.
Nah, it's important, man, because you don't want to breathe that same air as these people, man. You don't know what these people got, man. You got to treat it like AIDS. You got to treat it like AIDS, man, because there's people that I've seen that you think they don't have it, and they tested up positive for it.
Asymptomatic. Yes, asymptomatic.
And me, And me at work, I have the medical mask, and then I have a N95 mask on top of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Wow.
that's yeah, double protection, man. You don't want to be around these people. One mask is not enough, Roger. I'm telling you now, it's not enough. You need two masks.
I'm a bit of an unusual type of person because, I'm very much to the left politically. But as far as the COVID-19 is concerned, I would be considered a bit more to the right, as far as attitudes are concerned. Where I'm very much to the left politically, but I tend to think a bit, towards the lockdowns and the masking, that it's a bit overhyped.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's too soon for them to open up so many businesses right now. Because not even a percentage of the America is vaccinated. You know what I mean? Even though they say millions of people are vaccinated, that's not even that's only a drop of I mean that's only a penny in the bucket. You know what I mean? That's on the COVID. Wait, we got Michael calling. Hold on, let me put him on.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Mike? You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Michael, how are you doing?
Doing well. I'm doing good in general, but I'm not doing good with the Yankees right now.
Yeah, I hear
Oh,
you, man.
yeah,
We was just talking about wearing the mask at Yankee Stadium, man, and how important it is to save yourself from on wearing a mask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand the whole protocols and everything. We got to be careful. I understand. But I was very upset with that game yesterday. I thought we were going to definitely win that game. We had bases loaded, 1 out, and Aaron Judge hit into a double play. That was really a crusher.
Yeah, I think the worst play was him missing that damn line drive in the outfield.
Yeah, all he needed was a long fly ball, like a sacrifice fly, and the game would have been over. I don't understand.
It's a lack of situational hitting.
I know they're not a great situational team. They're not a great situational hitting team. The Yankees. They don't
like
have
Stanton went 0 for 5.
But maybe went 0 for 4.
Exactly.
The only one that really did anything was Gary Sanchez. I think he glared the Torres, but he even had a bad at bat at the end. He struck out too. But I think Clint Frazier did something. But beyond that, the rest of the lineup really did nothing. Judge, Stanton, Hicks, Urshela, who else? LeMahieu. Nobody hit. It was like up and down. They got to win tomorrow. You know that. We got to win 2 out of 3. Can't lose the series to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, man. I always say, man, the Toronto Blue Jays beat us for no reason, all the time.
Yeah, I mean it's very early. Okay, I mean the season just started. We can't be like in panic mode right away because the Dodgers lost to the Rockies yesterday. That was considered a bad loss for them. So the Dodgers are not going to give up on the season. I mean the Dodgers are the Dodgers. You can't say they're done. So the Yankees aren't done either. But they have to win 2 out of 3. So they can't lose the next 2 games because then they're going to get off to a bad start, and they have to win tomorrow. Kluber better be on his A game, and the Yankees bats better score a lot of runs because I can't believe they didn't hit Ryu. I thought they were going to hit off of that guy.
I thought they should.
They had a great changeup yesterday.
The changeup, yeah, they couldn't hit that changeup that he throws, and then they were saying something that he's a right-handed pitcher, but he throws lefty. That's weird. That he was. I don't know. They were saying about his history that he's really naturally a right-hander, but he pitches left-handed.
Really?
Yeah, Yeah, they were saying about it yesterday. If you listen to Michael Kay and David Cohen, they were talking about it. That the guy was he's a right-handed. He's a righty, but he pitches left-handed. Ryu. I mean, they couldn't hit his changeup.
Wow. You know what? I've heard of that before, where people change the way they throw from right to left, because say if you're a righty thrower, right? Yeah. You might not be as quick.
I can never pitch left-handed. No way at that. I'm a righty. I can't. I don't know how to switch hit or.
I've done switch hitting before, but
I mean, I've tried doing it. It's hard though. I just joking around. I tried to switch hit, but it's hard. It's a whole different atmosphere. You can't. It's hard to switch positions like that.
Yeah, but I mean, especially for pitching, man. There's a name for that where people could throw with both hands. I forgot. There's a terminology for that. Say that again.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah,
man. That's it. But that's talent, man. He's got talent in Ryu. But I mean, I thought they were going to score runs off him. Very disappointed in yesterday's game. And the 10,000 fans that came to the Yankee Stadium. That's what they had to. That's what they had to endure yesterday. A loss. I mean, after not going to a Yankee game for 11 months, was it? That's what we had to come back to, a Yankee loss. I mean, that was not very pleasant. I don't know what happened. Gary Sanchez hit that 2-run home run. And then after that, we just went down. I mean, you were disappointed, weren't you? I mean, I wasn't happy.
I'm not sweating it that much, really, because, it's a long season.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The Yankees did not do well offensively during spring training. And this could just be pretty much a carryover, and...
I mean, they have such a talented team. I mean, it's just the beginning of the season. They haven't even shown off their team yet. I mean, you got to hope... I think tomorrow they're going to show off. I think tomorrow they're going to come out swinging. I really hope so. That's just hoping. I think they're going to hit Ross Stripling. Come on. I mean, I think they're going to hit that guy.
Well, Kubla is going to have to pitch his ass off tomorrow. Kubla's going to have to come out and show up.
I think the Blue Jays are going. Yeah, tomorrow Blue Jays are going with Ross Stripling, and the Sunday game is to be decided who they're going with. So the Yankees should definitely tee off with those guys. And now the Blue Jays also lost Robbie Ray now, so their rotation's really wearing thin. There's nobody in their rotation.
Yeah, but they got to get to those guys.
Did you guys hear when Darren O'Day came in? They sang that Jose's song, but only O'Day.
Oh no, I didn't even notice that.
They sang O'Day, 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 O'Day.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I gotta watch that again. I didn't even know they did that.
He was pitching very well, that guy O'Day.
O'Day, he was good. Yeah, the pitching wasn't the problem yesterday. The pitching did its job. It was once again the hitting that didn't come through. The hitting was the problem.
Yeah, it definitely was the hitting, man. Because
I mean, Garrett Cole pitched good. He made that one mistake. He has to lay off the home runs. I mean, he threw a cookie. I mean, he's got to lay off the home runs, Cole. That's his problem, man. He's like last year he gave up the most home runs, I think, in baseball. He's got to lay off the home runs. That's my only problem with Cole. Great pitcher. He's a phenomenal pitcher, but he's got to keep the ball in the ballpark. And Sanchez catched a great game with him. I'm surprised those two were on the same page. They were good. I mean, he had a good game, Sanchez. You see, he was 2 for 3. He threw a runner out. I mean, he knows now this is his last chance. He can't screw this up this year. But I don't know. They put that other guy in there.
Someone on hanging slider.
Yeah, it was a slider to that team. Was that guy that Hernandez hit it on the Blue Jays?
I mean, that guy blasted that ball, though. Man, he blasted that ball.
That was a bomb.
I mean,
Hernandez.
He sent that ball on the Uptown number 4 train, man. That's the way it landed.
Yeah, that was definitely a bomb.
That ball went home. Right?
Yeah, that was a shot.
Yeah, man. I mean, he hit that in the middle of the bleachers, man. That's about almost a 500-foot shot.
Yeah.
It's got to be like 480, 470, 480, 490.
But I think we'll take the next 2 games. Kluber has to pitch great, like you said, and the runs have to come tomorrow. We can't be in another, a funk tomorrow, and be scoreless and only score 2 runs. They got to score more than 2 runs. I think Kluber's going to pitch good in his debut.
And then again, to go back to the home run on Cole, right? That ball was popped straight up in the air, so the wind definitely pushed that ball out. You know
what ball are you talking about?
The home run ball against Garrett Cole.
Oh yeah, it was.
That was a straight pop up that flew out because of the wind.
Yeah, most likely, you're right.
That joint was carried, man, because how he hit it, it was a lollipop.
They said the wind was going to be an effect yesterday. They said the wind was going to be a problem for when you hit a home run, and it was a problem.
Because up there in the Tizzy Reserve, I think the wind doubles or something like that. From the ground floor, the ground floor might be 10 miles an hour, and then up there it might be 20 miles an hour. And
I don't like the Blue Jays. I mean, you could see they're a very cocky bunch. Kind of reminds me of what the Rays were last year. And I don't know, they got a couple of guys in that lineup that just do a lot of damage to them. Like that center fielder kills them. I can't pronounce his name. Something with Grouch. I can't pronounce his name. He kills them.
That's it.
And Kelly Jensen. Yeah, he's like a Yankee killer, that guy. And then the Kelly Jensen kills them, and Bichette, that guy hits the Yankees. So there's a couple of guys that do damage.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that guy, Marcus Seisman, he made a hell of a catch on second base over there to throw this guy out.
Marcus Semien. Semien, yeah.
Semien, sorry, yeah.
It's all right.
He made a hell of a catch over there too,
yeah, he
man.
Did.
And you know what?
That was bull crap. Yeah.
This guy, Gurriel, right? His name is Lourdes Gurriel, right? Who the hell names their son Lourdes? That's what I want to know.
I know.
What kind
of you were telling me yesterday, Frank. I mean, who named
Madonna has a daughter.
Yes.
Names their son that is right. That's crazy.
Right?
Baseball names have the weirdest names, yeah. But you were telling me yesterday, Frank, about that reliever that came in. That what's his name, Phelps? The Yankees should have destroyed
Phelps,
that guy.
Yeah, they could have destroyed him yesterday. They had bases loaded on him and everything, and they still could have did
horrible. He was like on the ropes. They had him on the ropes. I thought he was definitely going to get tattooed. I mean, when they had the bases loaded, all they needed was one run, and that was it. It was the ninth inning, wasn't it? Like that was in the ninth inning when Judge.
It was the bottom of the ninth. Yeah, I think it was the bottom.
Oh yeah, so that would have ended the game. I thought he was going to walk the run because he was like a little wild, that guy at first. He wasn't throwing strikes, remember?
Yeah, he was throwing wild. Judge
has never had a walk-off pitch.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a walk-off, or they were going to walk the run in, or I thought maybe a wild pitch that was going to score a run. And, I mean, there was so many. The possibilities were endless. All they needed was one of those 3 or 4 things to happen. I mean, I figured a sacrifice fly. I mean, see, that's bad managing right there. That's analytics for you. They don't want to do old school baseball, bunt, a sacrifice fly. That's why I don't like analytics. Adam Boone is not an old school manager. He wants him to swing away.
In that situation, right? In that bunt situation with Aaron Judge, do you think they could have took Aaron Judge out and replaced him with Brett Gardner for a bunting situation?
A bunt? Oh no, they have to have Aaron Judge back there. If you're talking about like a pitch runner, yeah, then they should have put Gardner. I don't know why they put Mike Tauchman in. That's the thing that had me confused.
I can't believe he stole second base.
Yeah, Tyler Wade I thought was going to be the runner. Yeah, and then when he came running home, he was out.
You know, he
took a chance.
He should have never ran in, man. That's a little league rule, man. If you're on third base and it's a ground ball to the third baseman, you don't run. He had one out.
Yeah,
it was one out.
It was going to be 2 outs anyways.
Yeah, it was going to be 2 outs, but they had another chance at least.
Yeah,
get a hit.
That's true.
You know?
They did it. It took them right out of it. That was horrible. I couldn't believe that happened. That was such a horrible.
He went on contact.
I don't know why. Yeah. I think, because I think what happened there, Mike Tauchman, I think he read the signs wrong.
Yeah.
You know, because it was supposed to be Brett Gardner running on contact because he stole second at that moment.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe he read it wrong and he thought, okay, maybe I got to go on contact. You know, but meanwhile, he should have never went a ground ball to third. You don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, and I thought they were going to go with somebody that actually had some speed on the bases, like Tyler Wade or Gardner. I'm surprised Boone went with that option. Like, I'm surprised he didn't made a move. But I mean, Tauchman did steal second, which was hard to believe.
And you know what? And you also on that play with Tauchman on third, right?
Yeah.
If he was gonna go home, right? If his intentions was to go home on that play, he should have been stealing home. You know what I'm saying? He should have been running when the pitcher was throwing the ball. And then
and they would have won.
And then because on that ground ball to third, he probably could have scored.
I think so. And he stole the other base too. I don't know if you saw it. He stole third.
Yeah, he stole third because the catcher dropped the ball.
Yeah.
You know? But if his intentions were to was to take home plate, he should have been stealing, you know, as the pitcher was throwing the ball. He could have made it because when the ground ball was hit, that's when he started running. And he just slid in home plate and got tagged. You see what I'm saying? So if he was running on the pitcher to steal home, he would have slid right in. Game over. You know, that was a base running mistake. It had to be. It had to be.
Base running blunder. I mean, that's why I don't know why the Yankees are not prepared for these things ahead of time. They should have. They known they had the game won. It was in the bag. It was a 99% chance right there. The Yankees had that game won. They were supposed to win that game.
We're disappointed. We're disappointed, but it's a long season.
And wait, here's another scenario in the game too. In the 10th inning, when Aaron Judge missed that ball, right? Missed the line drive in right field. It went over his head, right?
Yeah.
Now they started with a runner on second base, right? So
that was horrible. I hate that.
If he would have caught that ball, that guy probably would have tagged up to third, and they probably would have got the next out.
See, I thought they got rid of that rule. I was so pissed off when I saw the runner at second. I thought the guy walked or he got a hit. I said, why is this guy at second base? Did he get a hit? And then I'm hearing them talking about, oh no, by the way, the runner at second is still in effect. I'm like, are you kidding me? In extra innings, I thought they got that stupid.
That's whack, man.
I mean, that's terrible. They lost because of that.
Yeah.
That stupid rule. Yeah, they lost because of that. I thought they got rid of that. They got rid of the DH and the expanded playoffs, but they keep the runner at second in extra innings. I don't understand that. What's the point of taking them all out of the way?
Remember, Michael, the Yankees had the same opportunity and they just struck out. So the thing was lack of situational hitting. They did not hit properly. They went 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. They always do that. They always do that.
So that's how that finished it off. The Yankees beat themselves just as much as the Blue Jays beat the Yankees.
I know, but that's the problem. They're not a great situational team. 0 for 9. It seems like their whole life is 0 for 9. With runners in scoring position, they never come through in those situations. And in the postseason, that's where it comes back to burn them. They do that in the playoffs. They're gonna get a first round exit again because you can't. You got to hit with runners in scoring position. That's how you win. I mean, you can't. They don't have any contact. That's the problem.
Will Zimmerman says that Judge, Hicks, and Stanton they were as cold as a witch's titty.
I mean, the whole lineup was bad. The only one that was good was Sanchez.
Can't get no icier than that. That's true, man. I don't know,
man. I mean, I was.
Now listen to this. Listen to this. Now tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Well, tomorrow, Saturday's game with Kubla. It's going to be like 40 degrees tomorrow, man. Freezing tomorrow.
Well, they can't keep going by the cold, though. What is that going to be their excuse? I mean, it's always cold in April. I don't know why, everybody's surprised that it's so cold this month. It's always cold in April. It doesn't start getting warm until May or June.
But, I was going to say is that, right, they look like they don't even wear any sweaters under their jersey or anything. It looks like they just have that one long sleeve shirt.
Well, Garrett Cole was wearing a turtleneck. I mean, he was wearing the classic Yankee turtleneck. I mean, I saw him wearing it yesterday. So that was he was keeping warm. The rest of them, though, it didn't seem like they were. But
because I don't know, how could you want to feel uncomfortable? I don't know, man. Because like me, if I'm playing baseball, right, and you're out there in right field in practically a G-string, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you play in 40-degree weather? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know, and I'm up there in the T reserve dying from the cold.
Yeah,
so I don't know how they hit.
Yeah,
and BX, I just wanted to say, Michael, BX Bomber, who I'm a great fan of, besides being a friend to, BX Bomber's Yankee Stadium vlog yesterday for opening day got over 500 views.
Oh wow, nice.
Good Lord, man. It was a good one, man. I got a free Aaron Judge hat out of it.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched his video. I watched the video yesterday when you were going to the stadium and you were giving that whole that whole breakdown. I saw you get the Aaron Judge hat. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. The $20 hat.
It said "Home Run Beast" on it. Yeah, that was great. They were giving those out for free. That was cool. I mean, they actually were giving those things out.
That was what's that bar there? It's not Stan's. It's the one before Stan's. I forgot what the hell.
Billy.
It was Billy's Sports Bar. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Billy's. Yeah,
they were giving out. It's cool, man. But if you saw though, I mean, it does not look safe walking around Yankee Stadium, man. I mean, it was way too crowded. The lines were no social distancing and none of that going on, man. There wasn't enforcing anything.
I figured that. I even saw some fans. If you saw it yesterday in the crowd in the stands, it didn't even look like they were wearing masks. There was a couple of them that I didn't see with the mask on.
I was
like,
telling
what
Roger
are these
that.
people?
Yeah, man, they
Yeah,
wasn't
I was
even
like,
wearing
what are these
masks.
people?
So
Yeah, it's like I'm telling you, people still don't care. I mean, they have to be careful because
I
You
just
know,
hope.
just going into the whole thing, I think with the X Bomber, we disagree a little bit. I think masks are way overhyped. I think they're largely cosmetic, and the X Bomber thinks that they serve more of a purpose than I think they serve.
Nah, man, I think
Yeah.
I think you're wrong on that, man. Well,
Yeah.
if you feel that way, ride the number 4 train, okay, during rush hour, and you tell me how you feel about wearing a mask or not. Okay?
Oh well, I do what I'm supposed to do. I do what I'm supposed to do. If I'm around people and in businesses, I make sure I do the protocols properly.
You know, but what I'm saying is do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Forget about what anybody's saying.
Yeah.
Protect yourself first. And
So did you hear?
you know, wear 2 masks, man, when you go out.
Yeah.
You know?
So did you hear about the Mets Nationals series? The whole series was canceled.
Yeah, because of the Nationals players got COVID.
Yeah. But I think they
Really?
could have played on opening day. I mean, I think that was a little too much that they canceled every game. That was, I mean, well, everybody's playing their opening day games. I know nobody else got the coronavirus, but the Red Sox game got rained out because that was a rain out. But they could have. I mean, they could have played the series. I mean, they got the whole. I don't know. I think that was a little over the top. I'm surprised. Opening day, you cancel out a whole entire series. That wasn't fair to their fans. Now they got to wait till Monday. I mean, they can't do this every single time players get coronavirus. They're going to cancel a series every time someone gets a coronavirus.
Yeah,
I mean, that part.
That's crazy.
I don't like that. I think that's a little over the top. They shouldn't do that. They panic every single time a player or a staff member gets it, and they want to cancel the series.
Well,
you can't do that. I mean, we're playing 162 games.
Right.
Remember what happened last year?
Look at the New York Rangers of hockey, right?
Yeah.
Their whole staff have gotten coronavirus, and they played without no coaches and still won.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, so hockey's way different than baseball. But they can't do this now, is what I'm saying, on a full season now. Because last year, it was a 60-game season. It was a little different. They can't do this now because combine the coronavirus and then the rain delays. There's going to be too many games canceled. How are they going to make up these games? If they're going to do that this year like they did last year, you're going to see a lot of games have to be made up. And this is going to be a long season. This is no 60-game season anymore. So they can't do that every single time a staff member gets a coronavirus and cancel the whole series because of it.
Well, that's going to kill your team. You know how many doubleheaders you have to play now?
Yeah, and the Mets have to make up all those games now. They're not playing until Monday. They're playing the Phillies now. They got to make up those games.
They have a 7-inning doubleheader, too. They're keeping the 7-inning doubleheader game.
Oh, God. I figured that was going to... And they said they got rid of that. Now they're bringing it back. I hope they don't bring the expanded playoffs back.
But, Roger, did they say, is it going to be a double admission or is it one admission?
I don't know.
Because that's robbery if it's going to be double admission. It's robbery.
Right.
Because
no, it's probably, I would think it would probably be single. I don't know that for sure. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah. And I was going to just tell you guys, but I was really intrigued with the fans, and I was happy to see all the Yankee fans back at the stadium. I mean, even though we're not at the full capacity yet, that's what made me happy. See all the fans back. There was 10,000 fans. It was a lot of fun to finally get a real, like real games now. Where we actually have fans, where we could see fans. But the only outcome I didn't like is that we lost. It's terrible. It's a shame. I mean, it was. I really thought we were going to win that game. Very. But
I believe, Michael. I believe things are looking up. The number of cases has dropped dramatically. The number of deaths has dropped dramatically. Yeah. I believe it's running its course, and we're getting towards herd immunity.
Oh yeah, that I'm not worried about. I know we're going to be fine with that. I'm talking about in terms of the team. I hope this Yankee team. I hope they have a great year. I hope this is just a beginning.
Oh yeah, we all do.
Yeah,
they need to.
I hope this is tomorrow has to be a great day for them. They have to. I basically put that in my rearview mirror now. I'm just looking forward to tomorrow. I just hope they win tomorrow. Yeah, and they put Friday's game past them. I mean, they put that behind them now. and they just come out and win tomorrow.
Yeah.
And happy Easter to you, Michael, and happy Easter to BX Bomber.
Oh yeah, definitely. Happy Easter to everyone, man. We're gonna.
Oh, yeah, happy Easter. Yes, yes. I was going to tell you guys that. Happy Easter.
We're gonna have a good show, man. At least this is the first one with baseball in it, though. You know what I'm saying? At least that's the great part about it. That at least the season has started, and we can continue this journey with baseball. You know?
Oh, yeah, of course. We're lucky that we got a season, too, and we got the fans back. I mean,
Right.
that's something that you got to be appreciative of. Because otherwise, you know, it would have been another season of no fans, and who knows if there was a season.
Yeah. Wait. To go back to Will Zimmerman about the COVID testing and vaccine test.
Mhm.
Now, check this out, right? Here's my theory on that, right? Just because you have a COVID test and it's negative, doesn't mean you just contracted COVID riding the train off the 4 train. You see what I'm saying? Because you get that test 3 days before your game or whatever. You can get COVID anytime after that test, leading up to the game. You could get COVID walking to the game. You understand? And then you announce that you have a negative test, but you positive, and you're in there spreading it around. You know, people don't look at it that way neither. You know, the COVID test doesn't mean anything. You know, it just means that you're negative at that moment when they took the test. Doesn't mean that you're, negative now and after. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and even the vaccine too. Just because you get the vaccine doesn't mean you still can't get COVID, because there's plenty of people that are getting the vaccine, and a couple of days later they're showing up positive for COVID.
Yeah, that vaccine, they're misrepresenting that vaccine. That vaccine does not stop transmission of COVID-19. It does not stop transmission, and it does not stop you from contracting the virus either. All it does is lower symptoms. I think I'm going to get you demonetized if I keep going on about my opinions on this, so I'll be quiet about it.
No, you can keep talking about it. Nobody listens to this crap anyway, so go ahead. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, man.
Well, the vaccination, all it does is lower symptoms. They're misrepresenting it. The corporate media is misrepresenting it quite a bit. And I personally am not planning on getting this vaccine. I know that is politically incorrect to say, but I don't trust it at all.
Because here's the idea, right? Here's the theory, right? If you get a vaccine and you become vaccinated, right? That means you shouldn't be able to get the virus ever again in your life. Just like any other thing, like chicken pox and smallpox and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you get vaccinated for that and you can't get chicken pox again. You know what I mean? So if it's a vaccine, why are people getting it again? That's the problem.
Right. I'm going to give a shout out to the Last American Vagabond, and he does some great discussions on all of this type of thing.
So, I mean, even though you get the vaccine, you still got to wear a mask, man, because you can still get it. Now, they say it takes about a month or two. If you get the vaccine, it takes about a month or two for you to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. But what they're saying is, with these new strands out, now they got California strand, New York strand. It sounds like we're selling weed over here. You know, got California strand, New York strand, Brazilian strand, UK strand, South African strand, and these vaccines don't fight against it.
I know how you feel.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you're gonna have to wear a mask for a while, man. I mean, and it does work.
And that's my point. Why bother getting the vaccine in the first place?
That's my thing. That's my until it's a real vaccine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
right now, all it is an unauthorized experimental injection, and all these people that are taking this experimental injection are guinea pigs.
They got that right, man. Nobody goes out to the store and buys the first model of anything. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't go out there and buy the first model, because the first model always breaks down. You know what I mean? So
Right.
and look at it too. They in Baltimore, Johnson and Johnson, they had a bad batch of the vaccine that had been thrown out.
Yes, I heard about that.
You know, so who knows if they're making these right or what's in it, or you know what I'm saying? It's
The AstraZeneca vaccine or experimental injection, there have been a number of countries that have attributed the AstraZeneca vaccine to blood clots.
yeah, that's what they've been saying. People in Canada were getting it.
You know, but anyway, I'm going to come across as an anti-vaxxer, so I'll keep my mouth closed.
So, guys, before I close out with you guys, I was just going to say, so you think tomorrow we're going to win? got our positive vibes?
Oh, yes, I hope so. I'm going to be closing out today, Bummer. I want to say happy Easter to both you guys. And, you know, I'm a big fan of yours.
Happy Easter to you and your family.
Yeah, man,
Thank you.
Definitely. Happy Easter to everyone, man. Wear a mask and stay the hell away from people, man. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, and today's Good Friday. You can't. By the way, today's Good Friday, so you can't eat any meat.
No, I just had spaghetti, so I'm good.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm just giving you a heads up.
I don't follow any religious protocols.
Yeah.
It's all good, but so yeah, we're gonna end it here. I'd thank everybody for listening and watching. And make sure everybody hits the like and subscribe button, man. And we'll be back again Tuesday and Friday for some more baseball recap.
Let's bounce back and win tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna have 2 games to recap when we come back.
Yep. Hopefully, 2 out of 3. Can't get off to a bad start yet because you don't want to go 0-3.
Nah, man, they're gonna put us back there in last place somewhere.
Yeah, and then the Orioles are coming up. They got to beat that team. That team sucks.
Yeah, they gotta sweep them at least, man. But these are the worst 2 teams that always kill us, man. Is the Blue Jays and Baltimore Orioles. They could be the worst teams in the league, and they'll still beat us.
and Tampa Bay too. They give us trouble too.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. Yeah, we fight with them too. Oh,
Red Sox.
Before we leave, did you see Miguel Cabrera hit a home run in the snow in Detroit?
Yeah.
That was crazy, yo. That was like some 1996 joint right there.
That's Detroit for you.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how the hell they played in that little bit, but anyway, let's go Yankees and let's dominate, like Will Zimmerman says, man. So I'm out of here, and so long, everybody. See ya.
Take care.
Have a good one.